I was a student at the time, and I read in the paper that a Swiss delegation was going to Korea. I applied to go and was chosen among 3,000 lieutenants that also wanted to make the trip. The only thing I wanted to do was make a big, nice journey. All expenses paid by the government. We were invited to Bern for a talk. They tested us a little to see if we spoke any English. We had courses about first aid, lessons about dangerous girls over there, and sexually transmitted diseases. Over the course of a few days, we heard about a lot of things, none of which had anything to do with our work. We knew little about what was going on around us. We didn't have radios, long-distance connections, or telephones. We only had mail. In the beginning, we had some contacts with the Americans, who regularly gave us their army newspaper, Stars and Stripes. So we had someone's vision of the world, the Americans, and we just believed it. We had beds with mosquito nets, a sort of mattress, and wool blankets. It was tight, but good enough to sleep. We also had to set up our office in the tents, so we had to push the beds to one side to make some space. From the second day after we arrived, I was one of the secretaries of the commission where the generals got together. My work was very interesting. I had to take the minutes, so I saw and heard everything the commission discussed. But otherwise, I wasn't particularly eager to find out what was happening in the world. In the beginning, we had to do our own washing. One day, I had to bring something to the mission leader. When I got to his tent, there was someone in the doorway washing socks. He looked up, and I realized it was my commanding officer. My commanding officer washing socks. It was good for us to look after ourselves for once, but it was also a bit tedious. For major business, there was a tent. There were 6 holes. I was sitting there one day when someone came in, the commanding officer. The young lieutenant I was then didn't know if he should stand to attention or stay put, if he should salute or not. Fortunately, the CO said, "Be calm and stay put," so I didn't have to get up. I spent Christmas as an observer in Hungnam in North Korea. The people there were very helpful. I told them that I had a small Christmas tree, but that I needed something colourful to hang on it. "What colours?" they asked. "Blue and red," I said. Then I saw a soldier painting some white paper blue. And I also had something silver, aluminium foil from the chocolates my girlfriend sent me. I think that in some ways we were like investigators. We would only go where a crime had been committed. But we were only allowed to go when one of the criminals, one of the warring parties, let us. The only reason we were there was because, thanks to our government's decision to join the Neutral Nations Commissions, a ceasefire was signed.